Hi everyone, welcome to goldfries, and in this video I'll be talking about folding at home. Now folding at home is not folding your clothing like this at home, but rather folding at home is, in my own words, to use the computing power such as from your CPU or GPU to contribute to science projects. It's also known as distributed computing. I'll have a link placed in the description, but yes, this distributed computing uses your available processing power to contribute to science projects and contribute to research of disease such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and so on and so forth. So goldfries currently is the top contributor in Malaysia, and I have to thank Nvidia for that. That's why this Nvidia shirt here. Thank you, Nvidia. Well, this is not a sponsored video, don't get me wrong, but rather the progress of technology ever since Nvidia introduced the Pascal architecture. Things have changed a lot. The progress or the contribution can be done a lot faster, and with the graphics cards available in goldfries lab, I'm able to contribute a lot more. And huge thanks to Galax. Thanks for passing me all your graphics cards, guys. Well, not too many, but then I have quite the arsenal running. So you see, currently I'm running even not at my maximum capacity. It's averaging out at around 6 million points per day, but I'm actually setting like crazy because there's quite some rigs running around here, and I'll talk about the setbacks of that a bit later. So basically I'm not running my full graphics cards because I'm not running with all my graphics cards because there's pretty much a limitation. For example, GeForce cards are great, GTX, especially 10 series and the 20 series. Personally, I recommend going for the RTX 2070 and onwards if you want efficiency. I have AMD cards as well, Polaris and Vega. They run all right, but they are not as efficient as their Nvidia counterparts. For Navi, I have a Navi, but the folding at home client still has no support for Navi. So again, I think Navi would perform well if it's properly supported, but currently there's no support for it yet, so that's just too bad. So yes, I'm not running at my full capacity just yet. What you see in my score just now is a single 2080, two 2070s, two 2060s, two 1660 Ti, one 1660, and I can't remember. I think there's two. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have any super units around. The Polaris are on the cabinet here, and Vega somewhere over the other side. So as you can see, that's a lot of card running. Now let's talk about the CPU. No, I'm not going to recommend CPU run. You can use CPU to run, but I personally do not recommend it because I find it not efficient. I do not think anyone should run with anything not efficient. Now, as for what it is, the cost of running, it's actually very high. If you were to purchase a system just to run it, you need a reasonable processor and all that. It costs a lot. So personally, I do not recommend you to just go out and get a computer just to do folding at home. You can run with your gaming rig, right? Maybe before you sleep, run it, and then after you come back from work or something, you can off it. Whatever is comfortable to you. Like in my case, I'm running it 24/7 and it's totally not sustainable. I'm just running it for the time being, and definitely you're going to see my production drop because I cannot sustain it simply because, one, it costs a lot. Running a system with dual RTX 2080 alone is almost like an air-conditioned unit running. So in my case, just a 2080 and two 2070 is pretty much right, and a 1 horsepower air conditioning unit. So, and it's not just the cards that are involved, it involves my board, power supply, and whatever else. So I'm just using what's available in the lab. I personally do not recommend anyone to just run it off like that because it's costly. Second thing, we're in Malaysia. Malaysian ringgit is very poor in the exchange rate. So a card like this So let's say, well, this is an RTX 2070. 2070 is around 2,000 plus Malaysian ringgit. Then there's a 2080, 3,000 plus. Or you can go 2080 Ti, 2080 Ti, which is like a lot more. So cards are very expensive over here. And if you guys are paying in the USD, are complaining that your 400 bucks cards are expensive, multiply it by about 5 for us. So a card like this could almost last me a year. I mean, I have, let's not go into my diet regime, but yes, it can actually almost last me a year when it comes to just food alone. So yes, it's actually a very costly affair. I'm running it based on the things in my lab. But for the rest of you, if you want to run, I mean, let's say you're busy with your schedule, but you have a gaming rig at home, feel free. It's encouraged to just give folding at home a shot. You can browse various sites and find out whether you have a local group, whether you want to contribute it as on your own capacity or in part of your group. There are many groups actually. Over in Malaysia, it's very inactive. So as you can see from the scores, it's quite pathetic, but well, at least we are still contributing. Goldfries is contributing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what this video is about, because many people do not even know about folding at home. I spoke to people from Nvidia itself, and even from AMD, and most of them aren't aware of what their things can do. Nvidia, for example, I spoke to a few. They actually didn't know about folding at home. I told them, what is this? I actually introduced it to them. But on the grand scheme of things, these are actually the brands that actually have been involved. This is a screenshot from the folding at home website, and you see Intel, AMD, Nvidia there. Yes, so while it is, I would say, maybe supported or endorsed by the brands, not everyone who is working or part of the brand actually knows. Even for the sales marketing, like Nvidia cards, for example, it's always gaming. And a couple of years back, yes, mining. Even though we actually did mining far earlier than that, but no one actually talks about folding at home, which is for scientific gains. So yeah, let's just say this video is just to share to you folding at home, that you can use the computer you have right now that you're watching this video. Hopefully you're on the computer. I think you can do it on a smartphone too. I can't remember. I did not check that. But never mind, the links will be in the description down below. Personally, I wouldn't recommend using smartphones to do folding at home as well. It's going to take quite a while to actually contribute anything. Get your great graphics card, one that you're not using, in your busy schedule or when you're sleeping, just get it to run. Those of you who are come from 4-season place or cold place, winter is the best time to run this thing, because I tell you, it gets so toasty. Like a couple of days back, I was running in my lab. In fact, if I think about it, many years back when I was using Maxwell architecture graphics card and so on, they really toast the room. And I'm experiencing pretty much the same thing, because last time I was using just a single Maxwell or whatever earlier cards that was. And then now with Pascal, I get more points per day, whatever else I'm folding, but I was running multiple, so it still warms up the room, and I'm in a hot climate country. So for those of you who are in cold climate countries, or we are coming for, if you are 4-season countries, depending on which part of the hemisphere you are, you'll be, let's say if you are from a certain region, you'll be having winter quite soon right now, especially on the northern side. So this is a fine time to get your rigs running, folding at home. It's a good way to stress test your components, right? I mean, if it spoils, you can RMA. So stress test your components, heats up your place, and contribute to the good of mankind. So alright, that's it for this video. Pardon me for my ranting, or pardon me for my yabbering. Yes, so Do share your thoughts. Do share your thoughts down below. Are you one that's already running folding at home, or after watching this video, do you feel like running folding at home? Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.